Welcome, Libra. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do a reading for you, and I've laid out 2 oracle cards to frame the reading. I will start, however, with the overall energy of the Hanged Man, and this is showing me a particular pose that you are adopting at a time when there is a lot of energy swirling around you. Maybe you've generated a lot of activity, but I do believe you're looking for a few key elements to settle so that you can make some determinations that you're not quite prepared to decide at this moment. Because of the amount of energy that is moving around you, you are being very patient with yourself. You're being very deliberate in your ability to stay in the moment and allow things to find their pace and place in something you're creating or orchestrating. So this is you being patient, allowing the circumstances to show you, to reveal themselves to you without you making some predetermination that you may later need to backtrack over or review in a way that would be inconvenient, to say the least. From the Energy Archaeology Oracle, I pulled the card Grace, which seems quite fitting for the beautiful Venus rule Libras out there. And I'm going to read from the guidebook. When in balance, the keywords are compassion, inclusive, and warm. When out of balance, the keywords are divisive, exacting, and cold. The wisdom reads, graciousness is compassion. It's human. It isn't perfect. It invites you to try and try again, each time opening up to another possibility. There will always be an opportunity to practice this imperfect way of moving through the world, to hold something a bit softer than you would have before, to receive it compassionately, to give in resonance with grace. Grace is about how you treat yourself and others. It's refined and subtle, rooted in a deep reverence for all life and all experience, including yours. The receiving pathway attunes to feminine energy, magnetism in your past. This elbow asks you to hold your fullness, your past, and your ancient ancestral lineages with grace and compassion so that you may receive more fully. The giving pathway attunes you to masculine energy, electric charge in the present future. This elbow asks you to give with grace and compassion in the here and now. What you bring into your life and put out into the world is impacted by how you feel about it. How these co-creators integrate into your life and the world is impacted by the energy with which you hold them. Can you receive, give, and hold with compassion and grace? This is teamed up with the Soul's Journey card for acceptance. I'm learning to accept the things that I cannot change. And this does feel like a confluence of your ability to allow change to reveal itself in the moment without predetermining or imposing your expectations inappropriately. Of course, we need some sense of expectation in order to plan, but there's also a softness that this card is suggesting that allows you to let things show themselves. And in that way, you can make determinations and decisions that are more likely to be suitable to the situation as it unfolds. In the 10th house, the house of your social identity, the way others see you, the Queen of Cups is a beautiful embodiment or even personification of the idea of grace, because the Queen of Cups is prioritizing grace and compassion to the self. all the advisement, all the love, all the energy that you are built to give to others, the consideration, the attention, the notice, the regard, the value is something you're learning to turn to yourself. And in fact, your practice is becoming so powerful that others look to you for how you manage what appears to be something quite complex in a way that does not ravage your own energy, does not strip you of your humanity or your energy. And this is important because in order to do the work you're doing, it is vital that you attend to your needs and desires at every step of the way, literally to maintaining your energy, your health, your attitude. Coming from a place of rest and patience is key in orchestrating the many parts of whatever it is you are working on. The first house, your attitude, your approach, the Six of Cups is very much about, I believe this is returning to a soul dream, something you're activating, something you are expressing, whatever you are engaged in is the enlivening of something that you have done well, a talent or a gift you have for your entire life, something you've aspired to. And at this moment, you are experiencing new joys, new pleasures that are different from the way that you unconsciously or unself-consciously practice these skills or talents as a young person, where your motivation, your practice had little to do with an agenda, with expectations, with ambition. But through that, and it feels as though this is a talent that you are renewing in some way, you are extending, you are developing, you are planning for and making physical space for in your life, is giving you new heights of pleasure and joy, and not only practicing it, but in accommodating it, making mega space for it in your life. In the fourth house of your home, your family, your foundation, the Five of Pentacles is talking about real change that you're making in the way that you sustain yourself, the way that you earn money, the way that you forge relationships, the way that you define yourself, the path you are pursuing is leaving aside some way that you were trained or conditioned to believe your role should be. So you may have been heir to a very traditional training in which you expected to partner, perhaps marry, have children, and work in a more traditional setting. And somehow your choices have grown, as you have, into taking control of the changes you want to see, not only in your own life, but in the world that you operate in. This inclines me to believe, excuse me, that you work from home, within your home. Your home is your base of professional options. It is the home that you are refashioning into a place that accommodates the totality of you. And that is quite a statement, because this speaks to your contribution to the world and you defining that in a way that exceeds what the expectation of you was at childhood or in your youth. In the seventh house, the King of Pentacles. This is easy to see as an outside influence, and it quite possibly could be. If this is an outside influence, this is somebody who is a stabilizing and securing force in your life. This is a protective energy. This is somebody who is bringing you resources that you need. And they're coming from a place of their own success, their own stability and security. So there is no intention to necessarily to give themselves away. There is a generous spirit here, but the generosity is in showing you the way to be successful at what your goals are. They've already been successful in their own right. This is a master of their craft, but they want to support you in developing your aspirations, your goals, your professional achievement. And so this is quite likely a business partner. And of course, we know many of the most, in my mind, exciting relationships, marriages, connections are business and romantic. And so it is likely that this individual starts as one or the other and becomes the other or both, if that makes sense. So this is quite beautiful because this is a confirmation of the level and the standards that you are working at. You're working at doing something correctly, doing it in the right way, in the best way to serve a community. And this person is in a position to be generous with the community that has supported him, that has helped him to, or them, I should say, not necessarily a he, to develop their own business, their own success. And this feels like a give back opportunity for them. If this reading is resonating for you, Libra, please like, share, subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot, and I appreciate all the ways that you show up for me. The Six of Wands, Cups is clarified by the Six of Pentacles in the first house. The Five of Pentacles is clarified by the Four of Wands. The King of Pentacles is clarified by the Temperance card. And the Queen of Cups. Ooh, let's start again. I don't like any of those. Well, maybe that one. But the Queen of Cups is clarified by the Two of Cups. Okay, so I'm definitely feeling some heavy romantic vibes coming off this reading at this point. And it is important that your focus on what it is you're creating helps to magnetize and build this relationship that I believe is equally important and valuable to both of you. So I see that any potential partnership is coming to you through your ability to negotiate, to form agreements and contracts from a place of joy, fairness, and equity. It feels as though all of your relationships, whether they be business or romantic or familial or collaborative, are built on strong communication here, honest communication. So that's critical because I believe you are voicing your desires in a clear way. I believe this is something that you have been practicing doing for a while, which is how you've gotten to this opportunity that you're currently engaged in to build something meaningful to you. I do believe as well that you are understanding that your natural ability to balance and harmonize is something you've internalized in your own life, so that you understand that something has to be fair and valuable to you primarily. You're not just balancing out or mediating between other forces. This is you mediating all of your relationships for your benefit and not feeling weird about that, not feeling that you need to sacrifice your desires to make others happy. And that feels like an important key to the development of this very special connection that is impacting and supporting your ability to build this thing that you're working towards. In the fourth house, the Five of Pentacles is clarified by the Four of Wands. So yes, because you have taken the reins of change into your own hands, because you're not expecting to be saved, you're not expecting the world to change or the opportunity for change to be handed to you, you have built the foundation that is necessary. You have brought together a community of collaborators towards a specific goal that is becoming your foundation, your cultural, your social, your emotional foundation. This is what cradles your identity, the development of your identity now. You see yourself as a member of a team, a community, a collective, a collaborator. And this is really a further creating the foundation on which you're building this wonderful orchestrated opportunity, this creation you're working towards, this success. In the seventh house, the King of Pentacles is clarified by the Temperance card. This is telling me that you and a supporter, this feels like someone outside of you, but it can be you, are exercising maximum patience. And it kind of goes back to the Hanged One at the very beginning, the overall energy. You're really trying to allow yourself to calibrate all changes and movements forward within yourself first. You're understanding that the liberation you seek, the freedom you seek, the success you seek is within you. And achieving that internally is what gives you the ability to be patient, to allow things to show or reveal themselves to you before you move things along, before you try to fit square pegs into round holes. You are exercising a kind of leadership by investing those that are involved with the requisite responsibility for their parts. And in that way, you are overseeing and modeling right practices, diligent effort, careful steps that are taken, plans that think about contingencies, and then are not in a rush to complete things, so that you allow discoveries along the way that are keeping you in alignment with this sense of balance within, this sense of creating joy, grace in the face of obstacles, mistakes, accidents. You are graceful. You allow for all of that to occur. And in the 10th house, the Two of Cups is clarifying the Queen of Cups. And this is lovely because this is showing not only the possibility for some real long-term and stable relationship, loving. This shows that it is built and attracted to you, drawn to you, because of the diligence with which you care for your own needs. You don't look for saviors. This is coming through again. You're looking to self to do what you can do, to partner with those who can be of assistance to you without apology. The releasing of the need to be perfect, for everything to be perfectly balanced, but rather the confidence in your own ability to focus your attention on what needs your care. and being prepared through your own effort to stay in optimal health in order to be ready and available to make adjustments as needed to be made. This is attracting a powerful sovereign partnership, a sovereign responsible team to you. And this is really reflecting this beautiful sense of an inner relationship, aligning yourself with individuals who are on the same page, who share your alignment, your spiritual alignment, your goals, your sense of a better world. I'm going to finish this reading with the crystal oracle, and I pulled the selenite. The key words are spiritual awakening. I am a spiritual warrior of the light. This describes what you're creating, what you're building, and the language of the fighter, I think, is very appropriate for you. I think that reflects on the long journey to get to where you are now, and the resilience you have, the strength and courage you continue to have forging forward, which feels as though it's being amply rewarded now. Thank you so much, Libra. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment if you feel inclined to do so. I love reading your thoughts, your kind words, all your feedback. Until next time, namaste.